Hello and welcome. I am going to be working on modeling some extra pieces in this part tonight. You'll have to forgive me. Forgive me. I'm a little sick, so I might sound a little weird tonight. Sorry about that. I also am not sure if I'm going to be staying on the full time till 10, but we shall see. So we'll see how far we get. All right. Oh God, did I smudge my eye? I rubbed my eye. Oh no. Sorry. I'll just start looking more like a raccoon instead of a cat tonight. Hope you don't mind, all of you viewers out there, if there is anybody. I thank you for being here. I'll try and get closer to my microphone so you can hear me better. All right. We shall commence the modeling soon. Let me just go ahead and pull up Onshape. Sorry, let me blow my nose again. Okay, I'm muted so you didn't have to hear that nastiness. Other than my voice, which is already congested. Sorry about that. But I don't sound too bad right now. This morning I sounded much worse. So, closing tabs and signing into Onshape. Oh, I forgot to bring water over here. Forgot my liquids. I have to get my liquids. Okay. Oh, I forgot my lights too. I'll have to turn that on so I'm not in the dark. Nope, want that one. There we go. There's that. And that's a little better too. So I'm not sitting in the dark anymore. Yay! Okay. Now I'm going to pull up Haruna's belt base file. Okay. Let me go ahead and show you where we left off. If you don't remember from last week I was working on this belt part for Haruna's side guns or secondary guns or whatever they're called. And then today we're going to be working on the part that this will connect to. Which is, let me go back and show you my little figure thing, which is this piece right there. That one. Oh God, I'm so bad at it. But the part that goes stabby in me is gonna be the part that I am modeling next. So we shall get on with it. Although I did lose the one piece that is kind of important for seeing how big I need to make it. I think I don't need to make it quite as big. I just need to make it durable. All right. So, thinking about how to make this, it's kind of like a U shape that comes off the back. So let's see. I could model it starting this way and just model the little U shape off of that. And then I could or then I could start it off of this. Oh, excuse me. But actually I think I'll start a whole separate thing because I want them to be different pieces. So let's just start sketching on the front plane here and we will just make our U. So I have a little picture of how much space in the screw I have left. Oh, let me get rid of one more inch here. See how much more space I have, because I have it written, I just didn't have it drawn. Okay, now it is drawn in my little notebook. My little notebookie. Okay. So that's a decent amount left. I really think I only want to go like another inch or so because I'm gonna need some girth to fit the thumb screw on. So these thumb screws are gonna come through the whole way, and then this piece is gonna be, oh man. So like this angly piece is gonna come off of the piece that I'm making next. And this piece I need to make it so it's holding. Okay. So, okay. That's what I was thinking. That's right. Okay, so this piece is kind of like that already. I just kind of need to make it nice and strong. Nice and strong. Oh, speaking of nice and strong, I got a part that I want to put into it later, which is this metal piece here. And this will help with the plastic not cracking. So I'll have to insert, I have 12 of these that I snagged from work. So I'll be able to put 12 of these in some spaces that I need them. I don't think I'm gonna need all of them. I might put them in this back part. This here, let me go back over to the drawings. I might put metal pieces in this blue part. I don't think I'm gonna need it in this piece. I'll think about it. Might consult some of my peoples on that. But I definitely think I'm gonna need it for when this goes on to this. So I'm going to just account for that, right? Meow. When I'm ready. All I just need to do is extrude remove like a block for this, and I'll just need to measure that out then, but we're not there yet. So let's start with making our little curly Q that will come off the back here. All right, so in comparison to her back, it is pretty much the entire size of her back. So I will kind of just go off of what I already have here, and let's just do I want a midpoint line, and we'll just start like that's close enough. But we can just do 6 inches. How about that? 6 inches wide. Well, see where we're at. 6 inches. Let me just visualize it. 6 inches. Yeah, 6 inches feels good. Don't want to do more. Think less would look weird. So 6 inches, we'll go with that. Okay. That's one measurement decided. And then we'll go with a regular line. Upsy doodle. If that's gonna be, I don't want Haruna, I want this thing. If that's gonna be 6 inches, I don't know, maybe like, let's start with like 2 and see how we feel about that, or maybe 2.5. 2.5. I put on some lo-fi music tonight because I figured we could have more of a chill night. I'm not feeling as great, so it's more of a chill night. I think that kind of looks like a lot. That looks better. That makes me feel better. All right. And then I will make another line off of that. I don't think it needs to be an inch thick. I mean, 0.5. 1.5. All right, that's 1/2. 1/2 aroni. And then, wait, I have a moderator? Who's the moderator? Oh. I do not need that. Good moderator, whoever that is, if there is a moderator. Whenever I get famous, if I ever get famous, I would love volunteers to be a moderator. That'd be cool. All right, and then in that little loopy circle, I will need, let me just make a rectangle here. Or not a rectangle. 0.5. No. Okay, Control Z. Control Z. All right, so how about we just make another line at 0.5. And then we'll make another line at 0.5. Yeah, that'll do her. Because there's like a weird angly thinger, kind of like halfway down in here. So we're just kind of copying that. Okay, dokie. Now let's try the circle. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna use the same size bolt, not like the 3, maybe the 3-inch, but I don't know how long I'm gonna need, but I'm gonna use the same like width bolt probably. And that'll go through, well, let's just see if it fits. That'll go through these. I'll put these in. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Fits right in there. Meow. Meow. Okay. Oh. Ouch. Okay. Put that over here in my little bolt. My bolt cabinet. Little thingy. Got from Walmart. Gotta hate Walmart. All right. Circle time. Not that big of a circle. I guess I still need this to see how big of a circle I need. Well, I mean, okay, so the circle is going to be bigger than that. Yeah. So, circle. No, actually, what I probably want to do is start with a construction line and go like, let's just do like 1.5 maybe. Yeah, and then if we do a real circle off of that, not the construction circle, a real circle. A real circle. And if we stop here. All right, well, that needs to be a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, I think it needs to come in a little bit. And the bolt will actually sit on top of it and create that nice bolt look. So I don't need to make a bolt hole. So it'll just, well, I need to make a bolt hole for the bolt, not for the top part. This top part will just sit on it. Oh, nice and pretty. Maybe I'll make a spot for the washer to sit in. I have some big fat washers. Ooh, maybe I should go get one of those, and then I can have a big fat washer sit in it, because that should help too. I need it to be nice and sturdy and not crack. So maybe that'll help if I spread the surface area. So I will make a fat washer hole at the top when I get a fat washer when I go get my beverages soon. But I want to stay on this circle here. Oh, hello. Thank you for joining again. I have decided to work on my belt attachments. Sorry, I'm a little sick today if my voice sounds a little weird, but yeah, I am working on this like U part that goes into the belt, and I'm deciding on what size circles I want for the attachment hole spot. There's like basically this, I'm making one half at a time, and then I'll just mirror it to the other side to finish it off. But Just trying to look at the general shape here. I'm so bad at camera angles. The general shape and go from there. So yeah, that's what we're doing. It's coming along. Welcome. Welcome to the show, to the 3D modeling show. I'm a bit snotty and under the weather, so I will try and mute myself when I need to blow my nose because nobody needs to hear that. That's nasty. Okay, so I'm deciding on what size circle I want. I actually think that this is not a bad size, except it might need to come down a little bit. So let's grab our D-dimension tool and bring it down 1.25. Now it's touching. Yay. That's good. That looks pretty good. I'm happy enough with that. That looks kind of like the side of this. This isn't the toilet anymore. This is a piece of my belt for my Haruna cosplay. I'll go back to so you can see my, here it is, better pictures. So I did the belt for Haruna that's attaching to her, and now I'm working on, see where these little prongies are coming out of? I am going to be building like the attachment piece that all this big boat stuff will be attached to. So I'm trying to think about strength and stability when I am modeling these bits and bobs. So on the top, the bolt is gonna go through the middle of this hole on both of them. So it's gonna be kind of like a layered sandwich. It's this this part that I'm building now is actually gonna be the middle part of the sandwich, and then this part will attach to my harness and that'll get screwed on, and then this boat part is actually going to attach to this part, which is my idea. So hopefully I can just get this done today. That's my goal. It's not a big piece. It's just a little bit of something, but I was feeling really sweaty and lazy, so I'm glad I'm doing something as opposed to nothing. So yay, progress. Okay, yeah, so back to this circle here. I think that's a good size. So what we're gonna do now is model it over to the other side with a mirror. One of the most convenient tools is the mirror tool. I need that line and this line. And I feel like every time I make something on here, it just starts to look a little perverted at a certain angle, but it's not. It's not two balls. That's where the screws are gonna go. Yay! All right, and then, oh, I do need some bolt holes, so I'll make those a while too. How big do I need those? I forget what I made it on the last time. 0.5. Okay. Easy peasy. 0.5. That seems so tiny. Whoop whoop. Oh, you know what? Before I extrude all this and make this super fancy, I'm gonna go get myself a beverage of juice / water, whatever I decide to pick up. And then also, I need to get that big old washer that I'm gonna kind of countersink into the top so it can take some of the weight without just all of the weight of the boat being pressed into just these tiny little bits at the top of the bolt. So I think a washer will help that, and I'm gonna go get one right meow. Enjoy some lo-fi. Okay, I'm back. If you just heard me almost fall over my chair. Okay, and that was me jumping into my chair. Okay. Almost dropped my water bottle. I got water. Okay, here I am. I'm back. Wee. All right. I got my washers. I shoved them in my pocket. Oh God, that sounded terrible. But it wasn't. I just got my washers right here. Nice big fat washers. And now I will draw those circles. And I need 1.37. If we do 1.4, that'll give it a little wiggle room. Which is fine because sometimes a 3D printer needs that. Needs a little extra wiggle room. And here we go on another circle. And we're gonna just mirror it to the other side. Is there two centers? That's weird. Whatever. Okay. All right, and now we're gonna have some extrusion-y fun. Because that's just a flat object. And I need it to be a 3D object. Okay. We'll grab this piece first. Work with the outside bits first here. And then we'll do the sandwich part. And then I'll work on maybe the attachment piece. We'll see. Alrighty. And extrude. The other piece I think is 5 inches. Nope. Go this way. No, it was 4 inches. And it can be a little shorter, that's fine. All right. So another thing I need to be worried about is where these holes are going to be coming out, because I also need to make sure I can stab them through the whole way. The bottom one should be fine. Maybe I should move it up a little bit. I don't think I want a starting offset. Maybe I do need a starting offset, just not that much. How about like 0.5? Can we do that? Yeah, that's better. Oh, sorry. Sniffles again. Oh yeah, the sandwich. The sandwich I'm talking about. I'll go over. Oh no, I reworded that. I have to. I messed something up. Okay, go back over to this. Okay, so the sandwich I'm talking about in this like top part here that I'm making, there's like it's kind of hard to show, but in this top part there's like 2 circles that kind of come over top, and then this piece is gonna have the one circle that it like comes and like munches over, and then hopefully that will hold the boat butt onto me. So this piece will be the piece that attaches to my attachment to my boat butt. So, and this is the whole bottom part here is what I've been calling the boat butt, because when I had it up, like I have a testy piece over there up, that's kind of like where it sits, is around my butt, so I've just been calling it my boat butt. Yeah, that's better, because where the sandwich comes out, I'll try and maybe make that above it, or because that's kind of like right in the middle. I could maybe Maybe I should see if I can move those holes down or up. No, because I don't want them to be seen. I have magnets down here that just got. Okay, put them over there. Haruna will not be making it to Katsu, no. But I'm hoping that I'll be more done with Haruna for Colossal Con in September, because it's not only like all the 3D modeling and stuff that I need to do, it's the fundraising I need to do for this stuff. Like I just got this box today from Amazon, which cost me $25. It all adds up, you know what I mean? This will be what's powering Haruna. It's going to be a Makita battery. So I got this plastic thing off of Amazon that a Makita battery can go in. And then these wires will go to a converter to step it down from 18 volts to like, I forget if this one was 12 volts or 5 volts, but once it gets stepped down to whatever, I'm probably gonna have to, I need to get it down to 5 volts, because the servos that are gonna be moving all my parts are only gonna be able to be used by, yes, and I'm not rushing, because to be honest, like, I can't kill myself over this, you know what I mean? I have other stuff I want to cosplay and do. I've been working on trying to figure out what color wig I should get for my Satano Diamond Horse Girl outfit, because I just bought her idol outfit for Katsu, because to be honest, like a month is just not enough time to make it, and I've been thinking about it for a while. It's just, I just don't have enough time, and there's a lot of other things I need to do, so little bits at a time makes it not so overwhelming. Yay. And that's what I'm thinking, that I've always wanted to do like Colossal Con, or maybe if it's ready, I'll do it for like Otocon or something. It just depends on like what I can afford at the time and when it's ready enough. Typically like big cosplays like this take people like a year or two to make, and I mean I've already been working on it for like 2 years, but not like consistently, so I'm hoping if I get like the consistent part down, other things will follow. Alright, so I can move the holes later. The bottom one is definitely fine. It's just these top two that I am worried about. I also need to remove that hole, because that's my wire hole. So that wire hole does need to be removed the whole way through. Is that removing it? Is it merging through all of them? It kind of looks like it is, right? I can't tell if it's... Well, let's just... Oh, nope, it didn't do it. Okay, let's go to find these parts to make sure it merges through everybody. The removey parts. I wish the extrude removes would actually just be stated as like a remove instead of just an extrude. I mean, I could be better about labeling my extrusions, but you know. Oh yeah, there we go. Merge with all of them, please. And oh, that's right. This is only on that piece. Okay. Okay, that's fine. How about we just hide you for now? And I'm gonna select that circle, not that sketch, this sketch. And we're gonna remove it. Whoops. Dang it. I did it. I did a wrong clicky. There we go. Okay. Extrude. Remove. The other way. Merge with all of them, please. But like, yeah, 1 inch is good. We'll do that. All right, and then that should come through. Yeah, there we go. Now we got a wire hole. Not a bolt hole, just a wire hole. And then work on cleaning this up a little bit. I need to create, hold on. Yuck. Sorry. Work on this little angly bit at the bottom of this piece. So if I go into my first sketch here, I made these little squares that I could remove some bits from it. We can start offset that. And then all right, how high up does that go? That goes pretty far. I was gonna say a little bit more than halfway. So maybe I should do 3. Yeah, that actually looks pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. Yay. All right, it's starting to look like a U. Now I can do the other parts, the circle parts. All right. I want this one, and 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 this one. And then we can extrude that. A 1-inch thick. That's probably nice and hefty. You want to go the other way though. Wait. That way? And then that way? Wait, why isn't that connecting? Error over here? I don't get it. Maybe if I go up further. Yeah. Yeah. Except then I lose my... Well, actually, no. Do I lose my holes? Do I still see my holes? I might have to come a little further down with my holes. Let's just extrude it the rest of the way. I'm gonna make another one to just kinda... Okay, let's save that. Whatever. Okay, that didn't save, but that's okay. We're gonna get these holes going through everything so I can see where they are. Extrude. Oh god, no, I gotta blow minutes again. Hold on. I'm sorry, that's so gross. Okay. This is why I was thinking about not streaming tonight, but I'm just like, you know, let's get some progress done. No big deal. I can be a smidgen sick. If it was any worse than this and I actually sounded like super gross, I wouldn't subject anybody to that. That's just mean. All right, more than 1 inch. Let's do 4 inches. And we can go through all of them. Merge with them all. But go the other way, please. Yay. Okay. Alrighty, now I get a better feeling of where my holes are. And why did this one not work? Oh, because... Wait, what is this circle coming from? Okay, let's just... You know what? We'll just get rid of it and try again. A 1, a 2, 3, a 4, a 5. Okay. Now we go ahead and extrude it again. But I want it to go the other way. Okay, and then starting offset. Let's start that the other way. Why does it decide it doesn't want to do that then? I just don't get that. That's like mean. 2 inches. Okay, everything seems good here. I mean, and then, okay, so I might want to come down a little bit more with the holes. But that doesn't look bad. Let me just see where they come up to. Ooh, yeah. That's, not where it is on this one. But I just need my bolt holes to be covered. So I might have to do it just a little different just to make it work. But I do need the top part of my sandwich to be up there, which does kind of, okay, so an inch is what would be ideal for it to lay on, right? But does it really need an inch? Let's see if we can get rid of like, that looks better. That makes me feel a little better. And then, moving the bolt holes down. Just, a bit. I need to move them down a bit so I will be able to get this around it. So this needs basically like 2 inches of clearance around it. Son of a duck. Or 2 inches, well, like 1 inch on either side around it. So I definitely need to move this up some more. And probably move my bolt holes down a bit. 2.5 maybe. So when the bolt comes down through it, they will probably miss each other, which is good. Don't want them to hit each other. I need that to come down. And I don't know, maybe I want to make, maybe what I should do is make this although this would be like way smaller, so let's see. Okay, so if I did it the opposite way, where the boat would mount on with like just the one piece, and then, or I could make it like a double sandwich situation, maybe. That would probably be extra stable and put the bolt through the whole effing thing. So it would have like double bread, like bread, meat, bread, meat. I mean, not that you ever really want the meat on the bottom, right? But like, I think it might work. Maybe I need it. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should have it. Oh God. Oh God. Okay, so if I take these circles coming through my extrude remove hole, let's just leave that there for now. And then we're gonna go over to my sketchy sketch on this. And we need a construction line for this. One. Wop, wop. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. The nose has been emptied. Alrighty. So I might actually need to move them in now too, because I need a whole inch around it so I can do my little thingers. Yikes. An inch is bigger than I thought it was. Or I could make it wider. Could make them wider, but I don't really need to. I don't need to make it that big. I don't need a big old honker coming off the back. But I need to move those holes anyways. But I don't, those holes in the top can't really be, I just realized I don't have the, there it is. The holes in the top, need to be in the center where they are. And I'm just gonna quick fix this. This is, oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, sorry. Nope. There we go. Okie dokie. Definitely the bottom one can't move, but these two side ones I think can move in. They're gonna have to move in a good bit. Because these walls are gonna have to move out. Or, because I need space to do the turning mechanisms. The turning mechanisms need space, so I do need to move that in. All right, let's go back to, okay, we're still on sketch 7, so we're just gonna make another line that's an inch. Okay, so that's how far I need to move it in that way, and then L. Oh no, I wanted the construction line, but oh, whatever, that's fine, I can delete it later. Okay. All right, so that's how much space I will need to turn my thanger. So what I might want to do is have the sandwich be an extra big sandwich where there's just like a whole lot of meat in the middle, and then like it'll just kind of come over both of them. And if I have like a gap in the middle, if I make 2 of these and then have like a gap in the middle where I can spin these little guys and then have another thing at the bottom down here that it will go over. So maybe that is the idea. Maybe that's the idea. So, okay. I definitely need to move those holes. Let's start with that. Good thing I didn't print anything out yet. We're gonna go to probably the first sketch. Yeah. All right, let's move you to 1.5. Yeah, I moved them both. And then that can be moved to like 2.25. Wait, why did that? No. Control Z? That's not what I wanted to move. Oh, that's the wrong thing I clicked. Okay, let's grab that. No, dimension. There we go. No. Come on. Yep. Nope. Yep, that one. 1.25. No. Okay. Control Z. That's fine. That's fine. You can stay where you're at. It'll just be a little weird on this side, but let's see where everything ended up. More meat on the belt. All right. Spinny spin to the top. And then. All right. All right. Getting a little more improvement here. Man. Okay, 1.8. It doesn't have to be like exactly 2, but like kinda it has to be close. How about we just do like what is, no, that should be 2. It should be 2. All right, so how to make it more stable. Da, 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 da. It goes down in that, but if I have a top part, it might not 13. I mean, how about we do like 0.5? That's still pretty sturdy. And then this could go up about 0.275 maybe. Okay. Alright, that gives it space I need on that side for the spinny guy. And it's not gonna look exactly like, you know, what I need it to, but it should be pretty close. I am starting to worry though now that the screws might collide with each other. If this one comes in, this one might not be able to go the whole way through, if you know what I mean. Like, this coming out might interfere with this coming out. Him. I'll run a test on that in a second. Let me just get the bottom done real quick. We'll do like another little thing on the bottom for it to hook onto, because that's not enough. I don't think that's going to be stable enough. Ooh, and then definitely these guys are going to need this thing inside of it. I think maybe inside of it would be better. These little metal pieces here, little metal support pieces here, can go like on the inside of this piece to help it be stable. And then I might put these on the inside of the other attachment piece to help it be more stable. So we shall continue onwards to more support. That is sketch 6 I need to look at for more parts. Yeah, so I want that one and this one and this one and this one and this one, and not that, and this. Nope, that. You know what? I might also want to put like a little notchy out, like an inch. Maybe I'll draw some lines real quick. Let's do that. Let's just draw some extra lines. I'm gonna have to fix this again real quick, but that's okay. L. Q. 1. All right, and then we don't want a Q line. We just want a regular line. Oh, wow. We'll give it a 2-inch box here. And we'll just mirror that to the other side with our handy dandy mirror tool. And connect this line at the top. Okay. And now we go down to the errors and click in the errors. No? Okay, that's because I have to see this. Okay, there we go. There we go. And no more errors. Errors. Okay, now we can go back to this sketch, and I want this one, and this one, and this one, and none of that, but I'll take this one, and this one, and this one. And then we could extrude that. Oh, not revolve. I don't want to revolve. Dang it. Hate it when I do that by accident. Okay, we could go and select everything again. It's only a couple pieces. Okie dokie. Now we extrude. I keep hitting the revolve instead. I'm so sorry, I have to keep blowing my nose. Okay. At least I don't let you listen to that, right? Okay. It wants me to have these pieces, but I don't want those pieces. So it's giving me an error. Oh, maybe because it doesn't have... I want it to go the other way. No, no. Come on. Come on. Just extrude for me, please. Please. I know you want to. No, wait, 0.5. I did the other one at 0.5. What all did I pick here? Why isn't it working? What is the error about this? I don't want that. All right, let's delete it and just try again, because sometimes that's what you need. So just try again. And that's okay. Flip it over. Okay. Try again. Nope. The other way. What if I add these? Ooh, look at that. That fixed it. That might work. It looks real weird, but that's okay. You're not gonna see like the inside part. Okay. Okay. And then the other thing can slide underneath it, and the bolt will hopefully miss this. That is the hope and the desire. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. I'm worried about that. I might have to move them in closer. I don't want to have to move them in closer. What if, for funsies, test this. I'm just gonna grab a hole. On. Okay, I have to go to the sketch to grab the hole. There we go. And if I just extrude this like a crazy 10 inches. Okay. Yeah, look at that nice spike coming out there. It looks crazy, doesn't it? And then if I just grab this hole on the sketch and extrude that like another crazy 10 inches. But the other way. Oh no, they hit each other. And this is what it's like when poles collide. Or I guess it would be bolts collide. That's no bueno. No bueno. All right. Huh. How do I want to fix this problem? Because that's a problem. If it comes out far enough. So maybe I could get a shorter bolt. right now I have a 4-inch bolt. Right now I could probably use these 4-inch bolts to go through this top part, which is like 4 inches at this point. Ooh, speaking of, that doesn't need to be a whole inch, that bottom one. This bottom one, not that one. This bottom one only needs to be 0.5 inches. And I can move that starting offset to 2 inches. But the other way. No. This the other way. No, not that far. Okay, how about 1 inch? Still too far. Okay, 0.5? Still too far. Maybe I can't do a starting offset. Never mind. Never mind. Go back to 0. Okay, I can do a little bit. Let's do 0.25. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. And then that means I'll be able to bring my bottom layer up a little higher. But back to the bolts colliding. How much space do I have in there? Because this is about let's just say like an inch like tall. So I'll need at least like an inch of space in there. In there. All right, let's go back to that sketch and see how much space I actually have. What is the dimension? Okay, it's 1.25 to the center of that hole. Oh my goodness, I might be close. Oh my goodness, it might actually just work. Yes, the bolts are metal. The bolts are indeed metal to support the weight. And then I have some like insert pieces that are gonna be metal to help support the weight. Because like the thing with plastic is when it moves, like it's not like the plastic I have, I can't print like super fancy plastic. I can only really print like the PLA, and even when it's like quote unquote hard, it's not really like hard. And like I can kind of you can kind of tell with the toilet I printed too. If you kind of like look at it, it's like if you really want to, you can kind of flex it with weight. And when you're putting like a lot of weight on, I know it's going to flex. So I'm trying to plan for that, and that putting pieces of metal in there so it helps it not flex, because when it flexes, it will like kind of splinter and shatter. And oh, I actually have a good example of that right here on my boat butt. I dropped it, and this is kind of what happens when it flexes. I mean, and stuff. If you can kind of tell. Oh god, this is so bad. But it's black too, so it's not really good. But there's like a crack here, and it like splinters when it's flexed too hard, and it shouldn't be. So yeah, gonna add some metals in there. It's gonna make it heavier, but it'll make it more durable and sturdy in the long run. So I think it's gonna be worth it to put them pieces in here now. And I'm thinking the bolt might actually be good if I can get a shorter one, which I'll have to look for. I'm sure there's 3-inch bolts, because I've used 1 inch, and then a 1/2 inch, and then another 0.65 inches. So that's 2 and like about 1/4 inches total used of the bolt. So I actually don't think I'm going to need the 4-inch bolt in the back I'll have to try and find a 3-inch one. And then if I do find the 3-inch one, I think it'll fit. Yeah. I'll probably have to make sure, like, when I tighten the bolt that it's, like, you know, up and down completely or whatever. But I think it'll work. I think it'll work. Even though they do kind of cross a little bit. And if they don't work, I'll have to come back to that later. But I think it's gonna work. So let me just get rid of my obnoxious extrusions here. Okay. And that's done. So now I can round it all out, and then I will put this piece in my bolt holes. Top. Rounding it out time. See how I want to round it out. Look at my boat parts. They're not like super roundy. They're actually pretty rectangular. What is that? A hole. Let's give you a fillet. We'll start with you. Fillets make things stronger too. Womp womp. I don't understand what's going on with this. Oh, you know what else I have to do? I have to get the washer holes in there too. Let me just do that quick, since that's not going well. All right. We're gonna go to the back. Grab that and that. And that and that. And extrude. But remove. And starting off at 4 inches. The other way, please. The other way, please. I definitely don't need it to go in that far. 4.5. 4.25. 4.15. Okay. That's like 0.1. Does not need to go in that. 4.2. Yeah. That looks pretty good. All right, and then we'll grab this, and then we're just gonna fillet that. 0.2, no? How about like 0.05? Why does it still not want to do even 0.05? All right, one at a time then. One at a time. Except here, maybe we can do 2 at a time here. Do the insides first. Why? All right. I don't want to see this one or that one right meow. And can I get any more? Okay. Now can I get this one? No. What if I get this lip? This lippy lip. but I want to do this one a little bit more if I can. No? Oh, it's not even filleting anything. Darn it. Yeah, there we go. Clear out that wire hole a little bit. Please let me fillet you. Why not? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'll take what I can get there. Thank you. All right, and then I will also fillet this edge because I don't want to hurt my fingies. My little fingies. I'm gonna see if I can get a bit bigger on, nope, 0.2, 0.1, okay, 0.1 it is, I'll take it. Nope, going the wrong way, okay. Go over here, grab that, and that, okay. And let's just fillet this so we can make them a little bit less breakable, because this is just for aesthetics anyways. And yeah, hard to get in there. There we go. Did it. Got in there. Gotta blow my nose again. Okay. And let's get the inside edges. Inner edges. This one and that one. And how about down here too? Yeah. Point 0.5. Oh, you know what? How about on the inside? That'll be good, but I don't want to do that on the bottom because the bottom is where it will be sliding into shape. So this will be some good stability in the middle. And then we'll do teeny ones here. Teeny tiny. Okay. And now to round this corner and this corner. That's gonna be at least that, right? No, shit. Hate it when I do that. There we go. That looks better. Yeah, we'll do 0.5. And can we get this corner 0.5? Probably not. Probably not. Oh well. Ooh, here. And here is where I actually don't want to fill it. I want to chamfer my edge. Right here. And 0.5. Yeah. That's what I wanted. Perfect. It's looking like the thingy almost. Like the little plasticky piece I have. We're getting there. One piece at a time. Now we will fillet the top. have to do every angle I want. Will it click this one? Nope. That's okay. We'll go around all of the edges. And the bottoms as well. Can I click the bottom? Heck yeah. Shortcut. And this one, and this one, and this one. And this one, and this one. And this one. And all right, let's check mark that. That's good. And then we shall also add a wee little fillet to this, I think. Sometimes it just doesn't like it when you select the face of a product. It just wants you to select like the one line. It might not even let me select the bottom. Honestly, it might just only want me to do the top lines. Maybe not even, because it's like a circle. So it might not even let me do that. I wonder why. Why? Why? Why not? Why won't you let me? I mean, it's fine, I guess. No fillets on those pieces, but you know, they're probably not really going to be seen anyways. Not too bad. Okay, so I guess that's kind of what it's going to look like. And then the piece to attach the boat will go over top of that. No, wait. Actually, these little slots are going to go in the other thing. So I actually don't want that. I actually need to get rid of that. These, yes. I have to get rid of those because that will actually be going on the top of my sandwich, not the bottom of my sandwich. Or in the middle of my sandwich, because the bolts are going to go through that. So that's probably where I'm going to need the 4-inch bolt to go the whole way through those 2 layers and then the bottom one. So, yeah. Yeah. We'll do that. I might put, I'm thinking about if I want to put threads in like either the top or bottom section. I might put them in the top of this and then the bottom of the sandwich. So the weight will be more evenly distributed on the top and bottom, maybe. Well, you know what? Let's put it in and I can always just not use them. So we will just go ahead and sketch on top of this one. And all we need to do here is add not that kind of a rectangle. I want a center point rectangle. There we go. Okay, so it's 0.72 wide by 1.35. 1.35. Wait. Okay. 1.35. And what did I say? It was 7.2. Or 0.72. Yeah. Okay. And of course we're gonna mirror it. There we go. Checkity doo dah. And we grab that one and that one, and we extrude it and we remove it. And we only want it to be cow fat. Only 0.35 fat. 0.35. And that will just get a starting offset of like 0.12. And it will go this way. I'm trying to figure out how to get in there. And then, yeah. Oh, schnozberries. It's poking through. It's poking through! There we go. Alrighty. Now I got some threads in the top bit. Okay. Now, to add the metal to these holes. And I'm gonna want that more on this side. So if we go to this bottom and do a little sketchy sketch on that. And then gonna do some more rectangles. 1.6 by like 2. Well, 9.5. 1.95. So that's a big one. That's a big one. Why can't I still see it? There we go. Okay. And we want a rectangle. So the wider bit is 0.95. Oh boy, that's big. And the top bit is 1.6. Oh boy, that's so big. I bet I'm only going to be able to fit these in the top two. The bottom one, it doesn't look like it's going to fit, which is going to have to be what it's going to be. So let's go over to our handy dandy mirror line. And ba-doop. Perfect. Okay. And this kind of has like an L shape to it, if you see it, closer upper. And so what I think I'm actually gonna do is take these curvy things, 0.25 on each side, I would say, and I will actually make those different parts. So let's go back to this and make some lines. Line. Come on. Okay. L. Q. 0.25. Okay. I don't want a construction line, I want a permanent line. Okay. And then let's just mirror that to the other side. And then we can do another mirror to the other side. Look at that. Easy peasy. And then we will extrude all of this as fat as the piece. Extrude. So the piece is only we'll make it like 0.15. 0.15. Whoop whoop. And we have to do a starting offset of like 0.1 into the plastic. Remove though. Yeah, there we go. I think that's kind of what I want, I think. I can't tell where it's at, but okay. That way? Yes. It is in there. Okay. Yes, so you can kind of see the little slit there now. And then we will add extras, the extra little grippy bits to the sides. So I need this piece and that piece and this piece and that piece. And we need to make that. Oh wow, that's a ½ inch. More than a ½ inch? No, I'd say that's ½ inch. Maybe I'll do like 0.55 to give it some wiggle. Let's just see where we're at. Oh wait, I can't make it 0.5 because the whole thing is 0.5. Wham wham. Is that all right? Yeah, now these are probably coming out then. Yeah. Well, is it okay if it pokes out that side? I mean, I guess it's okay if it pokes out. I can't believe it has to be that fat. Guess I can. 0.48. Okay, well, I think it's okay if it pokes out the back a little bit. You're not gonna see the inside anyways, so. Oh. Maybe I should make it a little fatter. Maybe. I could make it a little fatter. So it goes through the whole way. What sketch is that? It's not 7. 6? Sketch 6. Let me back. Then I would have to make this taller. If I make it adds 0.25 inches. So what does that do to everything here? Makes it look real weird now, but still basically the same thing. It's just a bit fatter. And this is like bothering me. How about like 0.05? Oh yes. Yes. Something. Thank you. All right. And then that is enclosed and we're good to go. Problem solved. Yay. All right. And that is the attachment piece for the belt. Huzzah. Huzzah. Got all the little nooks and crannies in there. Now we have, look at all the pieces we made. Remade for Haruna. Well, I actually haven't made this part before, but so much progress. I'm not really happy that I couldn't get like the fillets I wanted on some of these, but you know what? Progress is progress, and I'll take it. And is this merging into that now? It looks like it is a little bit, but you know what? That's okay. They're still separate parts. It's not going to be like that. It'll be a little further out, but that's okay. It gives you the general idea. The general idea. And then I will continue with the boat part that attaches to this piece next week. That will be our plan for next week. Yay. So that is going to be the part that goes. That's going to be the part that goes from, oh God, like here to there. So hard to see. So hard to see. But that's okay. I appreciate everybody hanging in there and watching me, even though I'm all stuffy and gross from being kind of sick. I hope everybody else stays healthy. I am going to call it there. I am definitely looking forward to seeing it in person too when it is all done. All this work is going to be so satisfying to see it come to completion. Hopefully this year it's going to be done, but we'll see. Yeah, thank you for joining me in my 3D modeling Haruna experience. Again, I will be back next week. Have a good night. Stay healthy and hydrated. Oyasumi.